Greetings, fellow humans, and welcome to another tag video. This is actually Josh's Melon Book Tag. Josh is from Literary Gladiators. Cool guy. We'll link the channel below. Quite a few nice people on that channel as well, so by all means, give it a checkity check. He does foodie tags where he basically takes a food item and makes questions around that. So this is actually the first foodie tag that I do. It's not going to be the last, I can guarantee that. So the first question, watermelon. What is your ideal place to read in summer and what kind of book? And would it be at the beach under a tree with a nice breeze going? Because I've read without the breeze and boy, at least in Puerto Rico it can get hot. And for outside weather, I'd go for something fun like Discworld or poetry. Question number 2, Cantaloupe, a sweet, good-hearted character. I'm gonna go from one really obscure to two that are really, really, really well known, but that I'm really fond of. So first off, Sandglow. Sandglow is a character from I've mentioned this series before, the Blood Sword, which is currently being sold as Chinese Hero. If you can find the Blood Sword version of those comics, much better, and Blood Sword Dynasty as well. Sanglo, I have mentioned before, and he is a character that really made a profound impact on me. He was this old, kind, loving man who was a kung fu master and was super strong, but very gentle. And it's not that he would harm people or anything, not at all. It's just that he would hate having to inflict any type of punishment on people. It was a very, very, very beautiful character, whom I was very fond of. And by all means, if you can find, I'm gonna look for the link to the first Blood Sword comic. If you can find the Blood Sword comics, by all means check them out. It is some wonderful storytelling. Second character I'm gonna say, because I couldn't settle for just saying one. Second is Dobby. Dobby was atrocious in his delivery, but noble in his nature. And if you've seen Harry Potter or read the books you get a bigger connection with Dobby, but you can get it also from the movies, although not as much. But it's a very, very special character. Um, I was very fond of him, and with his big doughy eyes, I would be reminded of my pup Bailey. Bailey, out of all of the dogs that we've had, I think he's the one I was closest to. And he had these big old eyes, and he would look at you. He was a basset hound. He would look at you like you would have to give in to his desires, because that was Bailey. And Dobby was a very noble and sweet character, and I am very fond of him, and I shall always be. And lastly, I wanted to mention Samwise Gamgee. I think it's pretty hard to find a more noble character in literature. It would require some intense research, but Sam is next level noble. Question number 3, Honeydew. A work recommended to you by a spouse or partner. My wife, knowing my quirky and random nature, actually picks up books, and rather than look for stuff for her, she looks for me. Or maybe she's looking and then she says, "Oh, this is weird and kind of messed up. You might like it." And two books that I can mention and that I've mentioned before on this channel: Our Sick Puppy by Carl Hiaasen. Just a messed up fun ride of a book. It is messed up, it is violent, it is vulgar, but it is so good. I really enjoy his style. And the other is Unlondon. Unlondon is a children's fantasy by China Miéville. I am pending to read his more adult work. Nice nice story, and the guy has skills. I don't know why I haven't read more of him. Question number 4, Horned Melon. A great work written by a writer outside of their main genre. I think the only author that I've read enough that I can say, oh, I know what they're about is Neil Gaiman. And it's a good, but I wouldn't say great. Fortunately, The Milk. I really enjoyed that book, but it had to do with the illustrations and that it was cheeky. But the thing is that Neil jumps from one genre to the next, and sometimes he writes without a genre, which is why I find him a really big influence because I don't like writing stuck in a genre. So, yeah, that one is the one that comes to mind. Question number 5, Casaba, a dry work with a strong message. I've mentioned The Book of Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi before, and I think it's a good book that a lot of people can get something out of it. It's a bit they sell it as a business book. It's like when they give sales personnel the art of war. It's like in that line. It has nothing to do with sales. You can apply it, but it's like the book Who Stole My Cheese. You can apply that to pretty much anything and you'll get something out of it. But that book was really good, and it actually helped me to understand that I have to focus on living in the present while using the experience from the past without being trapped in the past and without getting fixated on the future. It's like executing at the maximum of your abilities without demanding results. Let's phrase it that way. That was the biggest lesson that I got from that book, and I also recommend that, and it's a quick read. Question number 6, Crenshaw, a book of multiple stories that does a great job connecting as one. I think Lord of the Rings is a book that has branching narratives, and that does a good job of making it all feel cohesive. Long as hell, but cohesive, and very enjoyable. Uh, Canary Melon, a work that gave a strong warning. 1984, we're kind of living it. If you work in an office setting and you see a lot of people with tape on their computers, on their cameras on the computers, that's kind of creepy because we're all conscious that maybe someone's turning on the computer and watching us. And yes, Big Brother is watching, and that's kind of unnerving in a certain sense because the desire for control and to limit us and to make us acquiesce to different things or just imposing decisions is something that more and more we see every day. And that's kind of a scary proposition, for the future. So yeah, Big Brother is watching, and someone's watching this video apart from the lovely people that click like and subscribe. Question number 8, and there is actually a Santa Claus melon. It's the Santa Claus, a great book you got as a Christmas, Hanukkah holiday present. I've gotten several books, and the first two that came to mind were Choke and Neverwhere. Choke is a messed up book. It is so messed up. It is wonderfully messed up, but it is very messed up. And Neverwhere is a weird read that I really enjoyed, and I will reread. Question number 9, Wintermelon. Which work makes you feel the coldest? Although in the previous video I mentioned The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, it's for a different reason. I think about Edmund eating the Turkish delight and then being consumed by cold, and I still get kind of the chills. It's one of those. I wanted to choose something within the genres that I enjoy, but more than that, I wanted to go with the first reaction when I heard cold. I thought of the Ice Queen and her freezing everything. Question number 10. Golden Prize, an awarded winner from the last year that you want to read. I had to look up these lists, and I saw that the Underground Railroad won prizes, and it looks interesting, but I don't keep tabs on who won prizes. Um, when you come from advertising, winning prizes is often to do with who kisses the best ass, and I've always been skeptical of awards. And as time passes, I'm more skeptical because no one can deny that Stevie Wonder has a ton of talent, but that he and Rihanna have comparable number of awards, that's kind of unsettling because I'm not saying that Rihanna is not catchy. I don't like her as a role model, by the way, but I can accept that her music is catchy. One thing is catchy, another thing is well crafted. Um, and sometimes prizes are given out due to popularity. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind winning a prize, but I don't know. It's not something I look out for. Question number 11. What is your favorite melon? And I gave this some thought, and I think my favorite melon is watermelon due to its flexibility. If you eat it cold, it's really good. It chilled, it's nice as well. I've actually had different dishes that include watermelon. I've had smoothies with watermelon, and I've had mixed drinks with watermelon, and I've enjoyed all of them a lot. A watermelon mojito, it's good stuff. I actually do think I drank no, I ate a watermelon soup. It had something else. It was like a watermelon bisque. I have a vague recollection. I'm not sure where it was. Um, so yeah, watermelon. And question number 12. Who do you tag? I tag Anaïs Chachenko, whom I tag a lot, but it's always fun to see her perspective. And this is a vegan friendly video, so enjoy. A.L. Mabry, another lovely author that I've gotten quite fond of. She's kooky. She's got a Patreon. By all means, check it out as well. Nicole from Who Picked This Book. It's been a while since I saw her channel or or we've interacted and tagged each other, and she's really cool. Again, it's a challenge to catch up with everyone because when you follow a lot of people and you want to watch everything, it's a challenge. And lastly, Stephen from Al's Books. He's actually doing the final push to finish his finals exam. So cheers to you, brother. I hope you do well. So till next time, peace, love, and Mikey rolls.